Good evening and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. How is everyone tonight? Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Good evening to Lorna and to Mystical Unicorn Painting. Welcome both of you to the channel tonight. We are doing a TFI Games Night. Normally we do these at the end of the week, but hey, we're doing one right at the start, as us in the UK have enjoyed a national holiday today. So let's carry on. And what game are we playing? We're going to be playing a game of Cryptid Urban Legends from Osprey Games. So let's tell you a little bit about this game. There's something hiding amongst us. An elusive cryptid is prowling our city streets. The evidence is clear, but without definitive proof, the scientific community will never believe you. There's nothing else to be done. You must track down this cryptid yourself. In Cryptid Urban Legends, one of you will play as the cryptid, moving from city block to city block as you attempt to avoid detection and make your escape. The other will take on the role of the scientist, using high-tech sensors in a bid to track down the cryptid and make the discovery of a lifetime. So that is the setup for the game. Joining me tonight will be Augie. Are you all set and ready, Augie, in the chat? Yep, alright, let's unmute you and bring you on in. Good evening, Augie.
Hey, good evening.
All right. Shall we go to the table and I'll explain the rules, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. We have the game set out. Did you have opportunity to have a look at the rules to get a bit of an overview?
Yep, a short view.
Short view?
But, yeah.
And how did it go? Did any of it go, okay, I've got a grasp on this?
I guess when you explain, it'll be even clearer.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, let's go through. This is, first and foremost, this is a abstract strategy game. So even though we have this setup of the scientist and the cryptid, and they are trying to avoid one another, the cryptid is trying to escape the city while the scientist is trying to corner the creature and detect it. It is more about the movement of these sort of sensor cubes and the strategy of their placement and being able to achieve the end objective. And that is really what you should be considering more than anything else. So what is the win condition? Because this is an asymmetric game, in other words, one of us is playing as the cryptid, one is playing as the scientist, we have slightly different cards and we have slightly different win conditions. So for the cryptid, in the victory phase, there are 7 city blocks and there are presence counters on both of the leftmost and rightmost city blocks. So a presence counter is this large disc here. And ultimately, once we have built up a city of 7 blocks, there must be 2 discs on the furthest sides of the city. If that is the case, then the cryptid wins. The cryptid has escaped. Whereas in the victory phase, there is only 1 or 0 presence counters, then the cryptid is captured. So what you're going to be, well, depending on who's going to be playing what, the scientist is trying to get the cryptid to only 1 disc or 0. So that would mean that the scientist would win. The third condition is when time runs out. In the victory phase, there are no city blocks left in the deck, and we have the deck of city blocks just here. Then there are evidence counters. Now, during the course of the game, there will be the opportunity to maybe collect these evidence counters. Whoever has the most at the end of the game, once time has run out, will win. So those are the 3 conditions. So let's just go through what the round is. And the round is set up into 5 phases, and I'll just quickly list them. So we have the censor phase, the hiding phase, the victory phase, the restrict phase, and the expand phase. So the censor phase, starting with the active row player, alternate taking one action, which will be either playing a movement card, using the wild card if it is face up, I'll explain that in a moment, or drawing 2 cards. And basically the censor phase will continue until all of these cubes have moved to the next row. And what will happen is when we go into the next round, we'll be moving the cubes up to the row once all of those have moved. So once they have all moved, that will be the end of the censor phase. Now let me explain then how we move the cubes. So I'm going to take the Cryptid player here, and I can show you a card. They're basically, let's just see. There we go. We have 3 different types of card, and the scientist is the same, though there might be their cards are slightly weighted towards different types of movement. So one of the types is align, and basically you take all of the cubes of the same color and move them diagonally into the spaces between the city blocks, all of the same color. So if we were taking this one here, even though those arrows are pointing downwards towards the right, it could be down towards the left. So say for example the pink cubes, to align we could move those 2 there and put those 2 there, and that would be one movement on that particular card. Alright, let's put those back. Let's look at another one. Split. So this is taking all of the cubes in one section and splitting them into the diagonals. And this can be in any combination. So for example, we could take the 2 pink and maybe the black, and maybe we would put the 2 whites there. And that is how split works. Those back. And the final card is shuffle. And you take one cube and you move it along by one and then down diagonal by one. So for example, this black, this would go along by one and down by one.
A bit like the horse in chess.
Yes, exactly, yes. Of course, I took it from here, but you could take from here and you could go one and down there. And actually, you've kind of hit on it. If you are thinking of this game like chess, then that is the best way to sort of frame your mind on how to play. All right? So those are the different types of movements that you can do. And as I say, both the scientist and the cryptid have a similar kind of deck. You're going to have 3 cards in your hand. You will play a card and you will move sensor cubes accordingly. The turn will go over to the next player, and they will play a card and move cubes, and we will continue to do that until all of the cubes have moved down to the bottom row. You can, as opposed to you playing a card, you could actually draw up, I think it's draw up 2 cards, but you have a hand limit of 4. So you can't ever go over 4 cards. You will start the game with 3 in your hand. And if the wild card, which is in front of each scientist and the cryptid, if that has been revealed, and I'll just show you what it's like, basically the wild card allows you to do any type of movement just once. Alright, but I will explain how that activates in a bit. So once all of the cubes have moved down to the bottom row, the cryptid player then selects a feature. So let's give an example. How best to do this? How about put those there, put those there. And oh, how would I do this? I'm gonna mess this up now, aren't I? That actually probably doesn't work now. Oh, hang on. Let's put the reds over there. Okay, so what the player could actually do, the cryptid player, is he's got to basically declare either a combination of colours or a number. And what we're looking to do is the combination, or whatever this feature is, has got to be on either side of a city block. And this will then allow them to place one of their discs down into that city block so long as it's diagonal to an existing disc. So for example, he could basically say, well, black, pink, white. That's actually, given how lousy these blocks have gone down, that's probably the best option. Because if we look at this block here, does it have black, pink and white on either side? Remember this, even though this came from this side, this is still here. So we have black, we have pink and we have white, so that is valid. And then we look at this side, do we have black, pink, white? We do again. Where this didn't quite work out is, say if a number had been chosen. So for example, oh actually, well here we go, yes. If he said the number 6, then this would be valid. There are 6 cubes on either side. However, on this side, there's 7, so we would not be valid there. So let's go with the original idea that we were going to go with black, pink and white. That would mean that we could put discs on both. And remember, the cryptid player wants to be putting discs down. Because what's then going to happen, so the cryptid has put those discs down. We then go to the victory phase and we check if the cryptid has escaped or has been captured. So have any of the victory conditions been met? Well, remember,
Yes.
Well, no. The cryptid has to get to the either edge, but only when 7 city blocks are there. So at this first stage, the cryptid cannot win. The scientist is not going to win because there are greater than 1 disc out. And that's the most important part for the cryptid players, getting those several discs out. If there was only 1 disc, if there no discs had been placed, then the scientist actually would win in the first round. So it is possible. Okay. So there would be no victory. So then the restrict phase. This would be when we get to the point when we have 7 city blocks and we end up taking blocks away. And then there's the expand phase where additional blocks get added, but we can come to that in a second. The important point is that, let me just get this correct. Just want to check at which point. Because this disc will get taken up. I just want to find out where that happens. Oh, I can't find it now. But ultimately, that is the game. So it is a clever manipulation of these blocks. That one player is trying to move the blocks so that they can move their discs to the outsides of the city block that's going to be created. whilst the other player is trying to move the blocks to prevent the cryptid player from doing so. That's the struggle. And it's very much like chess in that sort of abstract strategy way. Let me just find where it is. I'm looking for it. I think... There we go. So... Presence in circle would place counter on the 3 of them, then the players would remove the presence counters in the active row. Yes, so it's in the hiding phase. So what would happen is we would, once these discs, we acknowledge that these discs would go down, this disc gets removed. Okay, so there we go, we've still got 2 discs present. Alright, so that's the important part. Hello, is that... I'm not quite sure how to say your name.
It's Mr. Destroyed X.
Oh, Mr. Destroyed? Of course it is. Of course it is. Well, Mr. Destroyed X, thank you so much for joining us. And yes, chess is maybe a little bit, but everybody knows how to play chess, or, well, most people do, I guess. And we're just learning this for the first time. So let's... But as we've found, playing many games on the channel, initially, it always seems a little bit confusing. And then we go through the motions, and it all becomes clear. There we go. Okay. I think we're good. Right. Any questions, Augie? or is it all clear?
Just play.
Just play. All right. Who do you want to play as? Do you want to play as the scientist or the cryptid?
Who do you want to play as?
The cryptid is the one who's going to have the interesting conundrum of working out what the feature is, and the cryptid goes first. So shall I go as the cryptid for this first round?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
All right. So what we'll do, quick shuffle of cards in really bad fashion. 1, 2, 3. Those are my cards. I'm going to shuffle yours.
Oh, we need a
1,
shuffle
2,
command.
3. There you go. We will look at your cards in a bit, all right? And I'm just going to look at mine.
But you look at mine.
And yes, but remember, you know how it plays on the channel is even though I get to see and I will talk to you about your cards, I will have forgotten the moment I will have shared that information with you. So don't you worry.
Monkey's that stupid. Cool.
Well, no, Monkey's got lots of things going on. So okay.
Yeah, that's.
Let's see. So. Ultimately, I want to play a card that's going to move these cubes down to this row that's going to encourage me to be able to place my 2 discs. So, well, we just got to go for it, haven't we? So I'm going to play a line, and I am going to move... I'm going to move... the pinks like so. All right, there you go. That's it. Now let's take a look at your cards. So you have shuffle, you have a line, and you have another align. All right, so I'm going to actually put your cards, because we kind of can. Let's move these out the way. I'm just going to put them here so that you can always see what you've got.
Just as a question of interest, what's the red discs for?
Right, okay. The red discs are the evidence. Now, what's going to happen is as we put down these city blocks and the map builds out, there will be special city blocks that have the red discs on. And if let me just get to the rules, because this is how you activate your wild cards. So let me just find it. Here we go. Where are they? Where is it? Not there, it's not there. Here we go. So if a cryptid places a presence counter on a city block with an evidence counter on it, the cryptid takes it. If any evidence counters are taken this way, then the scientist's wildcard, and the scientist's wildcard is face down, then you flip it face up. So in other words, if the cryptid takes an evidence disc, you get to activate your wildcard. If you get to pick up an evidence disc, I get to activate my wildcard. Ultimately, it's the third way of winning the game, isn't it? But if time runs out, whoever's collected the most of those red discs wins the game. And we'll come to it, won't we? Get to. So I'm just looking here. So if there are no city blocks left in the city block deck, the game ends. Take all the evidence counters in the row that is closest to you. The player with the most evidence counters wins. But I just want to see how the scientist picks up. Just trying to find here. They're not sweeties for later. No, Lorna. No. I'm just trying to find how the scientist picks up the discs. It talks about the cryptid. Cryptid picks it up so long as it puts one of its discs into the area.
Yeah. Sugar cube, licorice, strawberry. Yep.
Here we go. The cryptid gains evidence counters by placing presence counters on mysterious city blocks in the hiding phase. The scientist gains evidence counters by removing mysterious city blocks in the restrict phase. So there you go. And of course, in the restrict phase, you can only take up blocks that have no presence counters on. All right. We'll come to that in a second, so don't worry about it. Okay, so it is your turn. And
I have align and shuffle.
Yes, basically, you have a line and shuffle. So what do you want to do?
Align.
Okay. So you're going to use your align card, and which color are you going to align, and in what direction? Mr. Destroyed, this is a two-player only game, and it comes in a teeny tiny small box, so it's very handy as a sort of travel game.
That is a small box because Monkey has big hands.
This is true.
White to the right.
White to the right. So, white to the right. There we go. Now then. I am going to draw up two cards. Okay. Back over to you. So you have the option, you have align, you have shuffle, or you can draw up 2 cards.
Shuffle.
Okay. So this is moving just 1 cube.
Yeah, the one black cube to the one white cube.
Oh, okay, yes. So that's 1 across here and 1 down
Can I
there.
now like declare that there's whatever?
So
Or no, it's the cryptid that can declare.
it's the cryptid that declares, yes. So I am going to... Oh, that's interesting.
But what does scientists do then?
Oh, well, as we go through, you'll see. You'll see. So
Okay.
I'm going to play a line, and I'm going to take those 2 and bring them down to there. Okay, so that now ends the sensor phase. So we go then into the hiding phase, and the cryptid selects a feature and places presence counters if that's possible. So the feature I'm going to say is 8. And we're looking now, so it's got to be diagonal from wherever I have a counter. Does this city block have 8 cubes on either side of it? So it does. So I can put down a disc there. Does this city block have 8 cubes? Yes, it does. I can put down a disc there. And automatically, I take that disc up and replace it. So we would then go to the victory phase. And so we check on this. Is there 7 blocks out? No. Are we at? Is the cryptid at the most farthest most edges? No, it's not. So we can't. The cryptid doesn't win, and the scientist doesn't win because there is not 1 or 0 discs out on in the city. So we move on then to the restrict phase, and that only occurs when we have 7 blocks. So that's not going to happen. So now we go to the expand phase, and we basically add 2 new blocks. So we put 1 here and 1 just there. All right. And so it now goes over to the scientist, who then starts. And we now go through this process again of moving cubes now up into this row. And again, what you're trying to do as the scientist, you're trying to move those cubes so that it makes it difficult for me to match conditions for me to be able to move 2 of my discs.
Yeah, because I thought I had to. I had to. Also, I was. Okay, let me. I thought I could also declare something and then.
No, it's only the cryptid that gets to declare. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to mess things up for me.
Okay.
So
make
it as hard as possible. So you draw 2 cards. Did you say
Yeah.
Yep. So that is a split and another split. So you've got 2 splits and an align. Good evening, Christoph. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm actually going to put these. Can you see them there? There you go. That's better. The lights are reflecting a little bit. Okay.
Has he passed?
I'm thinking. So okay, I'm gonna go with split. And I'm going to split these cubes like so. Okay. Oh, over to you.
Yeah. A line.
Okay.
That's only one color, right?
It is, yeah. All of one colour going in a diagonal direction.
Black up left.
The black up left.
This is a special game.
Oh, you've really got to think about it. Oh yeah, for sure. Because it's down to what cards you have. Right, I'm going to draw up 2 cards. Okay. Over to you. So you have split.
I'll draw up 2 cards.
Okay, so you have another split and another split. You have 4 split cards.
Ah, goodness.
Okay, over to me. I'm going to play... I'm going to play split. I'm going to move this white over to there.
I'm gonna play split.
Yeah, I thought you might do.
And I'm gonna... Do I have to split them?
No. Well, remember, split is taking all. Oh, actually, no. Sorry. Split is you can split them in whichever direction you want, but you've got to do them on either side. So yes, those 2 do have to split out. Let me just.
So how are you allowed to play split with 1 cube?
Because it was only 1 cube there, wasn't there?
Yeah, but if I do split now, you win. But I don't have any other cards.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the strategy, isn't it? Let me just double check on here. So split. Select a space in the active row. So it's obviously this row here moving into this row. Move all the sensors in that space into diagonally adjacent space in the inactive row. You can move the sensor in any combination, but you must move at least 1 sensor into each diagonally adjacent space if possible. If there is only 1 sensor in the space you have selected, move it into either of the diagonally adjacent spaces in the inactive row. So yes.
Okay, then split them up.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do, actually. Yeah. So that goes there and that goes there. Okay. So then it goes to the hiding phase, and the cryptid basically has to select a feature, and I'm going to say all colors. So looking at that, does this one have all the colors present? It does. So that would go there. Does this one have all the colours? It does. That goes there. And that was really, really lucky, because if I had moved those two, then yes, I would not have been able to move that other cube. So it is down to making sure you pick the right things at the right time. And ultimately, that's where drawing up cards might open up an opportunity, or there again close what a movement that you might want to do.
Mhm.
So, okay, so we've not reached victory. There's not 7 blocks. We then put out the next 2. So we are now at the 7 block limit. So at the end of this round, we're going to be taking away some of these blocks. All right. So we start again, and we start with the cryptid. Right. I'm going to do shuffle. And move this red to here. Sorry, pink. They say it's pink. Okay, over to you. You've got split.
Split.
So-
I'm gonna split the cubes in the second cubicle.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yep. So you can move them into these 2 sections here in any order that you like.
Red, red, black to the
Go.
left and white to the right.
Okay, red, red, black. Going over here. White to the right. I'm going to play split. I'm going to move these 2 black here. And the white to there. Over to you.
Second.
Oh.
I mean, I'm thinking this one's pretty hard for you.
Oh, I'm not saying anything.
What are you?
Chat, have you been following along with the rules? Can you see something? Do you have any suggestions for Augie? Or are you still learning as we play? As we are as well, you know.
I'm thinking about moving the red one.
Mm-hmm.
With, of course, a split motion.
Yes.
To the red, red, black.
Okay. Okay. That moves
No,
there.
no, 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 no. I'll take it back.
You're taking it back?
1 second, 1 second.
Why are you taking it back?
No, I'm not taking it back.
Just to be clear, just in case, right, this little element was overlooked, remember, there's got to be cubes on either side of the city block.
Yeah, that's for you.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, exactly. Right? So for me, I need to have cubes on either side.
Yeah, I know.
To match my conditions.
I know.
Okay, so are you staying with that movement then?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay, all right. In that case, I'm going to play shuffle.
You're gonna play what?
Shuffle, and I'm going to go 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So?
Oh, I've lost, haven't I?
But you now have 1, 2, 3, 4, but there's no...
Yeah, I've just realised that I have lost. Okay, well, here we go. So, my feature...
is non-existent.
Well, no, it is. There is a feature. I was going to say black and red. Right? Which means black and red would move this disc to here. So that's fine. But black and red is not on this one. And of course it's not on this one here. And so the only other thing would be to say 3. Which is fine, that works. But this is 5. And this one's 7. Yeah, I've lost. Because these now get taken up. And there are 1 or 0 presence counters. There is 1 presence counter, you win.
Yay! I won without understanding the game, guys.
Yeah, no, you
win at life without knowing the rules.
Yeah. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay. All right. Well, again, this is the good thing about it. It's a fast-moving game. So what we'll do then is we'll swap the characters. You can be the cryptid, and I'll be the scientist.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And there's not like a core rule that you forgot to mention, right?
No, I'm pretty sure we've done everything there. So I can pick these up there. It doesn't, see, again, the city blocks don't really matter because they're just, to give you something to look at. They're thematic. And we'll just put down, make sure I put these in the right order. So 2 reds on either side. There's 2 blacks on this one with a white. 2 white with a black. Okay. Right. So you're trying to get your
unicorns painting, and you're sure you didn't fail to mention anything, monkey? Nothing important, like talking people?
Oh, Mystical. Oh, how you jest. Oh, you trickster, you. Yeah, okay. So sometimes I do miss the odd rule. I think
like playing Cluedo with mute people.
I think I have this one covered. I don't think I have missed there. It was a case of I was outfoxed. I was trying to do something, and I didn't realise that actually I was probably leading myself to my own destruction. Oh well. Okay, come on. Then we will soon find out, right? Let's see how Augie fares as being the cryptid, and I will be the scientist. So, away you go, Augie. First of all, you need to know your cards, don't you?
Yes, please.
Shuffle, but it's all the same setup. It's not anything super different.
Shuffle.
So there you go. In fact, you've got one of both, of each, sorry. Align, split, and shuffle.
Okay, shuffle.
You're going to go with shuffle. All right, let's take that.
No. Oh, no, 1 second.
Shuffle is the just moving one cube down like the knight.
No, we're not doing that.
No? Okay.
Split.
You're going to do split? Okay.
The right one, no, the left one.
Yep.
The two reds to the middle.
Two
and
so
the others.
Left one to the red, yep.
Yeah, and then the other ones to the left.
And the other ones here. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. See, I actually found starting as the Cryptid, it's actually quite difficult. But actually, oh, is it? No, actually, yes. Yeah, okay. I think you'd be hard pushed. Okay. I'm going to go for a line. I'm going to move these reds down into the middle. So you have align and shuffle. The red Pontifract cakes. What's a Pontifract cake? I know. Is it red velvet cakes? I know those.
Pontifract.
Have we suddenly got a very sort of food orientated chat happening tonight?
Pontifract is a city. And oh no, why? No, licorice. That's what Pontifract cakes are.
Oh, is it? Oh, I mean, red licorice is, the red licorice twirls, swirls, ropes, whatever. They're awesome. Kind of licorice, right? Okay.
Why would you say the red ones look like it? I mean, the black ones are out there.
Yeah, if we're going to talk about licorice, hey, we got the black discs here. You can't get more licorice than that. Thank you for that Wikipedia input there. Yes, they are semi-transparent. You are quite correct.
What do I have left? Do I have?
You have an align and a shuffle.
Okay, align black to the right.
Line black to the right. Okay.
Now I want sweets, Lana.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? I'm going to do shuffle. And I'm going to move this white. 1, 2.
Okay.
All right. So we go to the hiding face. So you need to declare a feature.
Black and red.
Oh yeah. Okay.
being annoyed.
Yeah, I got a second. Matches the announced feature and is diagonally adjacent to the presence counter in the active row. Yes, of course, because you don't. Just because the white's there doesn't mean you have to mention everything.
No, yeah, I knew like whatever you did with that white one.
Yeah, doesn't matter, does it?
Matter at all.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Right. So yes, black and red. Okay.
Well, no,
Black.
if you had moved the white one to the right side, I would have said 7.
Yeah.
But now it's just black and red. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think you're right. Okay. Well, we're gonna go with it. I can't argue. Okay. Done. So new city blocks get placed out. All right. And so it starts now with the scientist. I'm going to draw up 2 cards.
Oh, Lonor, I have crisps in the house, but I'm eating my dinner after streams.
Yes. No desserts before dinner. Okay.
Well, I did just have some crisps.
Okay. All right. I've drawn my 2 cards, so it is it's up to you now.
Shush, Lonor, shush.
Yeah. Everybody knew. Everybody knew.
Oh, come on. Let's draw up 2 cards, please.
2 cards for you. All right. What have we got?
I ate them silently.
Microphones pick up everything. A split and another split. So you've got 2 splits and a shuffle. Right.
It sounds like a dance. 2 splits and a shuffle.
Okay, I'm going to do an align and move these 3 white into there.
All 3?
Yep.
Okay. You do you.
I'm doing that.
I'll do a shuffle.
Okay.
And bring 1 red cube to the outmost left.
Okay. 1, 2. All right. Okay. Ooh. I'm going to do a split. Going to move all of those pinks into there.
A split is that you have to split. So.
Oh, you do, don't? Yes, you're right. Sorry, do apologise. So I'll put 2 in there, 1 there. Quite right. Yes, it's a line, isn't it, that you move all of them. definitely a bit of head scratchy type of game, isn't it?
Yeah. Just also because you don't really know what type of what's it called? That declaration you can do.
Well, that's what you're trying to build towards. You're purposely trying to set the conditions so that you can say something that you match. I'm deliberately trying to mess things up.
Yeah, you're doing very well.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Split the black ones.
You're going to split the black. Okay. So black would go one there, one there. I'm going to draw 2 cards. You've got 1 split card left.
Draw 2 cards.
You can draw 2. You have an align and a shuffle adding to your split. Okay. I'll play an align and move that black there. Right. So you've now got to declare a feature.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. What are you going for?
So it can also be a feature that is only present on 2 of the cubes, on 2 of the city blocks.
Yeah. Go on. Well, you tell me what you think. I can see something that I would suggest to you, but you tell me what you think, and we'll go with that.
So on 2 blocks, I have all 3 colors. Being the utmost left and the center one.
This block here doesn't have black. Oh, it does, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, actually that works, yeah. So basically, that goes there, and that goes there.
I don't think there's another one.
Right. So, okay, you're not necessarily moving outwards, but you're staying alive. That's the important part.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No, good stuff. Good stuff. Right, let's continue. So, city block here, city block there. And so, again, it starts with you. You have your 3 cards.
Split.
You're going to do a split, okay.
Second block. Split the 2 whites to the left, and then a white and 2 reds to the right. Hmm.
All right.
It does feel like I'm just staying alive.
Well, staying alive is good, because remember, in a bit we will have the opportunity to get some of these evidence tokens. And that being the case, you could win just by time running out. Yeah? Just staying alive is good enough. Now what I want to do... I'm going to do a shuffle. And I'm going to move this red 1, 2. Done. Over to you.
I'll play.
You got an align and a shuffle.
Shuffle the red one all the way to the right, please.
Oh, okay. That's going to go 1, 2 down to there. All right. I'm going to do my split. And I'm going to move that black into there. So that you're aware, I have no cards now.
Let's use the align and bring all blacks to the left.
Oh, oh, clever. Yeah.
Now there's black in every cube. In every city block there's black.
Okay, well, you've got to say what your feature is, so what's your feature?
There's black around every city block.
There's not, though.
There is, though.
There's black around this one. There's no black around... there's... Oh, actually, oh.
There is a black cube.
Let me just double check this. Hang on a second. Where's it? Features. For each city block where both of these things are true. So matches thing and diagonally adjacent to the presence counter in the active row. For each city block where both of these things are true, the Cryptid places a presence counter on block. Notice the feature. See, right, feature. A feature is either a number of sensors or a combination of colours. When you announce a number of sensors, only city blocks with that exact number of sensors in the two adjacent spaces combined are considered to match the feature. When you announce a combination of colours, only city blocks with that exact combination of sensor colours in the two adjacent spaces are considered to match.
Combination. Oh, combination of...
If a city block is adjacent to a colour not announced, it is not considered to match the feature. You can announce 1, 2, or 3 colours.
Oh, see, I said 1.
Yeah, so you could say black, couldn't you?
So there's in the first one there's black to the left. Then in the second one there's black to the right. In the third one there's black either way. And then in the last one there's black On the left.
When you announce combination, only city blocks with the exact combination of sensor colors in the two adjacent spaces I consider to match. City block is adjacent. So no, so this is where. So if you say black, black has got to be on both sides. Right, so that's where it doesn't work for this. But hang on a second. If you say black and white...
Yeah, that was my second.
Was that your second? Black and white is fine. So basically, it's got to be on both... Oh, but hang on, no, but this side doesn't have white.
Oh, because...
Yeah, it's because... yeah. It's got. If you say,
didn't do that on your thing.
I think this is where got this slightly wrong. Then basically, whatever you say has got to be on both sides of the city block. When you announce a combination of colours, only city blocks with that exact combination of colours in the two adjacent spaces are considered to match the feature. So in other words, if you were to say black, black would have to be on both sides. So this one is correct. Yes, symmetry. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Mystical. So if you're going to say black and white would have to be on both sides.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Okay, I think we slightly.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I think, yes, we can see that now. We've got to the exact same stage as we did in the first game. So, okay. Do you want to play one more game? And if so, which character do you want to do? And then we'll call it that.
I'll be the scientist, thank you.
You want to be the scientist? Okay, all right. Okay. We can do this. We are learning as we play. It's all good. So yes, symmetry. That's the important phrase of the night. Thank you, Mystical.
It was another cool rule, by the way.
Okay, let's put 2 in there.
Let's consider ourselves lucky that the cubes are not supposed to talk.
The cubes are not supposed to talk?
Maybe he's leaving out a brochure where the cubes can talk.
No. The cubes don't talk. Okay. Come on. Here we go. Third time lucky. Let's shuffle these cards. Give you 3, 2, 3. Come on, you.
It is pretty special that you get to play as these like characters. And I think the cryptid in this story is Mothman.
It is Mothman, yes. So they did do, I think it's a couple of years ago, there is a big multiplayer game called Cryptid. And it won several awards. And this now is a 2-player, abstract game that's kind of using the Cryptid theme to give you something to work with. But really, it is about trying to strategize, moving these discs and moving these cubes. That is actually the game, isn't it? Okay, so you're gonna be the scientist. I'm gonna be the Cryptid. I'm gonna look at my cards. I have read these rule books multiple times. I have played it. Okay.
Have you and chat heard the story about Mothman? Actually?
No. Do you know a story about Mothman?
Do you know the backstory of Mothman?
I don't. No.
Well, there were supposed to be a couple of sightings. It was near a bridge, and people described, a man with moth features, and there's been a couple of sightings throughout history, which makes him a cryptid, same as Bigfoot and all those.
Right. Okay. I did not know this. Ah, I see.
Yeah, there's a couple of cryptids. You know what cryptids are, right?
I'm assuming it's the, as you say, the likes of Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster and the Yeti, things like that.
Yeah, it's animals that cryptozoologists believe that may exist somewhere in the wild,
Right.
but they're not believed to be in existence by mainstream science.
Right.
So
right.
cryptozoology is a pseudoscience, which is based on anecdotes. So Bigfoot, Yeti, Loch Ness Monster.
Right. So other scientists sort of snigger at these scientists and tell them that their degree in cryptozoology is not a real degree.
Yeah, and Mothman is Mason County, West Virginia, USA.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking it up, guys.
Oh, see. Well, this is something that I think that is always fascinating about tabletop games, is that you learn so much. I was actually talking to my parents over the weekend, and we were talking about chilies, and I was able to tell them all about the Scoville scale, only for the fact of playing the Scoville board game.
And there's like a whole list of cryptids. It's super weird.
Right. Okay, I will look into it after tonight, then I'll take a look and see. But for now, starting as the cryptid, I am going to do a split. And I am going to move...
Yeah, didn't Mothman appear close to catastrophic events? Like, whenever an appearance of him was seen, close to that date, a big catastrophic event took place. I think that's
his thing.
Okay, so you did that.
Yep. You need to know what cards you got.
Cards?
You have a split, and a line, and an align.
Oh yeah. Let's do a split.
Do a split.
White and red to the left, and the black one to the middle.
White and left.
Good luck with that.
Sorry, what was that? White and...
Red.
Yeah, to the left.
And the black one to the middle. And then I wish you good luck. Finding something that fits on both sides of the cube.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Game over. Stream done. Yeah, mystical unicorn painting. That's right. 6.
You're right. Oh gosh. When you announce a number of sensors, city block with the exact number in the two adjacent spaces
he's reading
combined,
the rules again.
I consider to match. So that's going to be 6. And that is going to be 8. So numbers don't work. On this one, this is where I'm getting confused now a little bit. When you announce a combination of colours, only city blocks with the exact combination of sensor colours in the two adjacent spaces are considered to match. If a city block is adjacent to a colour not announced, It is not considered to match the feature. So it means that you don't necessarily have to mention the colour. You can announce 1, 2, or 3 colours.
It is a special game, guys.
The exact combination of sensor colours in the 2 adjacent spaces. Yeah, it's got to have the colour on both sides, hasn't it? Yeah. No, you've done it. If I said red, I'd be okay with red on both sides here, but I can't do red on both sides there.
Well,
In the two, yeah.
You can't move. You need 2 discs, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
The sensor colour
So
of 2 adjacent spaces are considered to match. Yeah. Now you've won. God damn it! It is
2-1 for me.
It is possible that I have seen that it is possible that the scientist can win on the opening move. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well. Okay.
Well done, you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, this is it.
It's well, it's. I don't know. I think I need to let it sink in and play it again one day, because I think it's interesting, but I feel it feels so much luck based right now, and I know that a technique or like an actual thought through method would bring me further, but I can't wrap my brain around how I could really push. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It is an abstract strategy game, and there is strategy to how to play, but you have to play the game multiple times to realize what that strategy is. So it's just like when you play chess for the first time, you're just kind of getting used to the moves, and you can see what things happen, and if you win, it possibly was just fortunate luck at that moment. But as you develop with the game, you become more and more proficient at it. You understand, and you start thinking ahead, and you start planning your strategy as in, I'm going to move my particular pieces in this way because it's going to mean that the result I'm looking for is going to happen. And this is very, very similar with this game. We've only played it a couple of times here. You know, we're still fumbling in the dark a little bit. We're not quite sure where things are got to go, but hey, we play it again, we'll start to sort of pick the momentum up a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad game, and great for the fact of how portable it is. You know, like I say, it's quite a small box.
It does look like a small. Well.
It is. It's the size of a monkey hand.
Yeah, put your hand on it.
There you go.
Oof.
So you know, it's either that or this is a huge size box, and these are just big hands, as you said. Right. There you go. I think we'll call it a night at that. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, it's a short stream today, but there's a bigger one coming up.
Yeah, well done on your two your victories there. Well played.
They really don't feel like victories, Monkey.
Take the victory. Take the victory. Absolutely.
I will take it, but it's not like they're gonna give me the best dreams. I mean. I won't cherish them for eternity.
Have the gold medal when it's handed to you.
Oh, do you remember? Like, it's not like when we played Rats to Riches.
Oh,
and
yes.
I had nightmares after that.
Yes, I do remember that. It was a lot of fun. Right, thank you very much,
Well,
Augie.
you found it, yeah, fun, yeah.
It was.
Yeah, yeah, I hope we can revisit this one day.
Yes, we will do, for sure.
Oh well, Roger, that's not too difficult on an easy day. I mean, give him dice and I lose, but
Yes, thankfully it's not a dice-based game, so we're all good.
yeah. It's like, oh, okay, I won. Wow, okay, unexpected. Bye.
Now,
It's
there we go.
like, it's like finding money in a pocket of a coat. I'll take it, you know. A coat that I didn't remember that I put like a coin in.
So long as it's your code, it's okay. we're not.
Oh yeah.
We're not encouraging thievery going on here. Just anybody else's random code that possibly you might find money in.
Yeah, it has rule reading, but mystical unicorn painting. Monkey sends me the rules in advance. So maybe for next game, I'm gonna study him like a maniac.
Yes, oh, absolutely. That is part of the job. You must absolutely study the rules.
Well, yeah. I thought the monkey explains rules so good. I'm gonna look into them next time.
Okay. Thanks, Augie.
To not have rule changes in the middle. Okay, see you, bye. Thank you for having me.
Yes, take care. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so thanks to Augie for playing tonight's game of Cryptid Urban Legends. 2-1 to Augie. Yep, I think I need to do a little bit of practicing on this game. It's definitely interesting. Definitely want to play it again and learn more. And hopefully I will get better as I play. There will be a show tomorrow night for those of you who are interested in taking part in the community challenge. You want to join us tomorrow night from 7 p.m. GMT. But until then, thank you very much for everybody joining in this evening, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yep, there is a show on Tuesday. We're working on a very flexible schedule these days, Lorna. So tomorrow night is going to be some miniature painting focused on the community challenge. All right. So look forward to seeing you tomorrow. But until then, bye for now.